Many years ago, in the beautiful village of MBC, there lived two beautiful sisters named Adora and Adama. They were twin sisters but behaved like enemies. They fought and quarreled constantly. Their mother always had to intervene, shouting, "Adora! Adama! When will this nonsense stop? You're twins, not enemies." Their mother cried frequently, asking why she had been given such troublesome twins. Despite their constant fights, life in the village continued. As Christmas approached, the festive season brought excitement to everyone. The village buzzed with joy as families reunited, bringing gifts. But for the young ladies, the excitement was about meeting eligible bachelors from the city or abroad. Everyone prepared meticulously, including Adora and Adama, who practiced their Queen's English to attract suitors. Adora and Adama spent hours perfecting their runway walk, laughing as they corrected each other's accents. They eagerly anticipated the arrival of city men. By December 22nd, the village was bustling with activity as flashy cars rolled in. Ladies competed for attention, and the excitement was palpable. On December 24th, the village was full of young men from the city and abroad. Names like Ameka of Indonesia and Amy Malaysia were on everyone's lips. Adora and Adama dressed their best, hoping to catch the eye of someone special. One day, while running an errand, Adora caught the attention of Amy Malaysia, who was immediately smitten. Amy Malaysia complimented Adora and struck up a conversation. Flattered, Adora blushed as they exchanged smiles. In the days that followed, Amy began visiting Adora regularly, showering her with gifts. Adama watched from a distance, her jealousy growing as no one had shown interest in her. One day, Amy tried to take their relationship further, but Adora refused, stating firmly, "I cannot sleep with any man except my husband." Offended, Amy stopped visiting her. Heartbroken, Adora waited by her phone, but days passed with no calls or texts from Amy. Adama noticed Adora's sadness and decided to act on her jealousy. Without her sister's knowledge, she visited Amy, who was surprised to see her. "Why are you here, Adama? Where's Adora?" he asked. Adama brushed off his questions, saying she came to check on him. Adama used the opportunity to flirt with Amy, who eventually admitted he had been foolish to pursue Adora instead of her. They shared a kiss, and Amy gave Adama money and gifts before she left. Adama returned home, beaming with excitement. Adora confronted Adama, demanding to know where she had been. Suspicious, she pressed Adama, who tried to evade her questions. Their mother, noticing the tension, stepped in, but neither sister revealed the truth. Over the following days, Adama continued seeing Amy secretly. She enjoyed the attention and gifts, but guilt began to creep in. Adora, meanwhile, remained heartbroken, unaware of her sister's betrayal. On New Year's Eve, a grand celebration took place in the village. Amy and Adama arrived together, drawing everyone's attention. Adama realized the truth. Her heartbreak turned to anger as she confronted Adama in front of everyone. A heated argument broke out between the twins. Adora accused Adama of betrayal, while Adama defended herself, claiming she deserved happiness too. The crowd watched in shock as the sisters aired their grievances publicly. Their mother intervened, scolding both daughters for their behavior. "Is this how I raised you? To fight over a man? You've brought shame to our family," she cried. Amy, embarrassed, tried to defuse the situation, but it was too late. The scandal spread throughout the village. Amy left for the city, abandoning both sisters. Adora and Adama were left to pick up the pieces of their broken relationship. They avoided each other, the bond they once shared now shattered. Weeks later, their mother called them together. Through tears, she begged them to reconcile. Slowly, the sisters began to mend their relationship. realizing no man was worth destroying their bond. The village moved on, but the twins' story remained a cautionary tale about love, jealousy, and family. "The perfume on you, and that is not your perfume. That smells exactly like my man," Amy of Malaysia, Adora said, screaming and looking very angry. "Well, well, well, you're right and wrong at the same time. You're right. Yes, I'm coming from Amayani of Malaysia's house, but you're wrong in the sense that Amayani of Malaysia is not your man. At least, he's no longer your man. He's now my man," Adamin replied, snorting. And immediately Adora pounced on Adamin, and they fought and fought until their mother was able to separate them. The following day, Adora dressed up nicely and went to a maker's house. Upon getting there, she went on her knees to apologize to a maker for turning him down, and told him she was ready to do whatever he wanted. And so they ended up making out, and when she was leaving, Ima also gave her a lot of gifts and money. Adora was very happy that at least now she had her man back, or so she thought. When Adama learned that Adora and Ima had reconciled, she got very upset and fought with her sister Adora. In the days that followed, Adama and Adora began to compete for AA's love. They would all dress up and go to AA's house and offer their bodies to him. Just like that, AA was busy enjoying himself, having the best of both worlds, while the twin sisters were always fighting and at loggerheads just because of Amon of Malaysia. All the young men in the village were not so happy because they could see all the young beautiful ladies, some of whom were their girlfriends, and others who they crushed on, following and hanging out with the rich city boys and the rich abroad boys who had returned to the village for Christmas. A few days later, the festive season was winding up, and some ladies were very desperate. Those that had caught the big city and abroad men were desperate to get a commitment from them. Adora and Adama were not left out. They had both spoken to Ima privately, trying to get a marriage commitment out of him. And Ima had promised them individually that he was going to marry them and even take them abroad with him. He even went as far as giving them engagement rings, but told each of them privately not to put it on yet, and to keep it as a secret until he told them when they could announce it. Adora was secretly engaged to Amoni of Malaysia, not knowing that her own twin sister Adama was also secretly engaged to the same man. On the 2nd of January, Adora went to AA's house to visit him, but to her greatest shock, Ima was not around. She was informed that Ima had traveled back to Lagos and had left around 5 a.m. because he had to catch a flight back to Malaysia. On the 4th of January, Adora could not believe her ears. She ran back screaming and crying, "Amy! Oh, Amy! Amy has killed me! How can you leave me? You told me that you loved me and would marry me and take me to Malaysia, yet look how you have abandoned me," Adora said, crying as she walked back home.